their channel, and you can find the GRAMMY Museum Mississippi in Cleveland, Mississippi, and their new exhibit. Joining us for the first time in 2023 is Miss Emily Havens. She is the executive director for the GRAMMY Museum Mississippi. Hey, Emily.
Hey there, Rebecca. How are you? Happy New Year.
I was going to say Happy New Year. We hadn't talked since last year. That's only fun for a few more weeks.
That's right. That's right. Well, it's a pleasure to be with you today in January. I am always excited to be able to talk to you, and especially be able to talk to you about the GRAMMY Museum.
I know, and the fact that you guys have a new exhibit for the new year. So tell us all about the sounds of Southern rock. Sounds great.
It is. We opened it in the fall, in the end of September of last year, and we were just really excited to do an exhibit and celebrate this great genre of music with really, really incredible bands and really meaningful stories and great artifacts. And so we've got some great, celebrate some great artists like, of course, the Allman Brothers and Charlie Daniels Band and Leonard Skinner, and I heard that a minute ago, playing, and great bands like Molly Hatchet and Lil Feat and Widespread Panic, and just all these great bands that started Southern rock in that genre back in the 70s, and then it's evolved into, even bands that you still hear it in today. So we had a really great opening, fortunate enough to have some of Charlie Daniels' team and his widow here for the opening, as well as member of Widespread Panic's band and the touring manager for Leonard Skinner to tell some really great stories. And we're just excited to be able to share this exhibit. We've had a lot of visitors so far. It was such a big genre in the 70s and 80s, and so it's wonderful having people come and see the exhibit and tell their stories about seeing some of these bands live back in the heyday of Southern rock.
How long does it take for the GRAMMY Museum to sort of transform? I mean, you had the I Love My MTV, and so is it like one of those Disney things overnight? You sort of just switch genres, because that's kind of going backwards, or how does it work?
So, it definitely takes a little bit longer. So this exhibit is actually in another part of the museum, so we still have MTV for about another month, and then we'll be announcing a brand new exhibit coming soon. So I'll be excited for you to have me back to do that. But we usually deinstall an exhibit and kind of cover up the space so you can't see what's being installed. In a space like where Southern rock was opened, it usually takes us a couple weeks, and it'll take us probably 2 to 3 weeks to do the same thing when we replace our MTV exhibit in the coming months.
What's it like when you see the first people get to walk through and see the exhibit for the first time? I mean, what would be like the first thing that they see when they come in for the Southern rock, the sounds of Southern rock?
Probably one of our highest valued guitars that we've ever had in the museum is in this exhibit, and so it really kind of sets the tone. It's one of the Allman Brothers, so there's an intro panel telling the story about Southern rock and introducing you there, and then you see this incredible guitar and great outfits. But to go back to the opening night, we had a lot of fans here, but we also, like I said, had family and band members and managers, and the tears in some of their eyes really tells the story of, we're really honored and excited to see their family members or their band members being honored, and in such a way that is that really pays a lot of celebration and to the genre, but also I just remember one of Charlie Daniels' band members, and he had tears in his eyes, and he was just so excited that somebody's telling this story, and to be a part of that and to share those stories with visitors. So far, just for the last couple months, it's really been incredible.
I feel like Southern rock is probably one of those genres that has true fans. And when you mentioned Widespread Panic, I'm like, wow, I've got a sister-in-law and brother-in-law who that's what they do. They travel around, they visit, they're like true groupies. They're, like they feel like they're part of the band's family, if that's probably a little odd. But they even had their wedding so they could go to the concert as their reception when they came here to Central Mississippi. And that's just one story of many that I feel like fans are super connected to their Southern rock roots. Do you find that when they come through?
Absolutely, and it was funny having JoJo Herman here of Widespread and seeing him kind of in awe of some of these bands that have come before them, and seeing the genre evolve, and and him kind of being just really interested in hearing about the Leonard Skinner stories and the Charlie Daniels stories. And my goodness, he's got so many stories of his own. His story, landing in Mississippi, was incredible to hear from him and to hear him perform. But it really celebrates the drive-by truckers. It's just really starts at the beginning of Southern rock and how it's evolved today. And I've got to tell you, because you're the very first person, you want some news that has not
Yes,
been released?
of course.
Okay, the press release is going out in the morning, but we're announcing Grammy Week, and since it's Southern, one of the things we're talking about today is Southern rock. We're going to have an evening with Dwayne Betts, and so of course Dwayne, the son of Dickie Betts, who was in Allman Brothers, and of course they have the band Allman Betts, and he's doing a lot of solo stuff, and so we're excited to have that on Thursday, February 2nd. But we're going to kick off Grammy Week on January 31st with the great Grammy-nominated Valerie June, incredible singer-songwriter from Memphis, Tennessee. Has written songs for Maida Staples. She has her own great career singing. She has an incredible voice, and we just cannot wait to welcome her here for an education program and then a public program. And then we have our evening with Dwayne Betts on February 2nd, and then free education workshops all week long. On Friday, we're going to do one for the community and students for Road to Grammy Gold, and kind of explain how someone gets nominated for a Grammy and all the way through the whole entire process. And then Sunday, February 5th, we're going to have free admission in honor of the 65th Grammy Awards. So we just can't wait to be able to offer all these programs to the community and celebrate the award show that will be on February 5th.
Do you ever get a downtime there at the museum, Emily?
It's funny when we have downtimes, it's dangerous because we start brainstorming even more things we can do. So we just can't wait, and we have not even sent out the press release. In fact, I said we've got to send it today because I'm going to be on Rebecca Turner, and they said you're going to be able to announce on Rebecca Turner, and then we're sending out the press release. So,
I love that. Well, we appreciate that. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's so much going on, and I was looking on y'all's Twitter earlier because I was trying to find a photo for the Sounds of Southern Rock, and I saw this great post about why you guys chose, or why the museum chose Cleveland, Mississippi, because you would think of all the places that you could put a Grammy museum, why would you, choose the Delta or choose Cleveland? And I love the response. So why was Cleveland like the best place for the museum, and it's proven to be so?
Well, certainly because of Mississippi's legacy in music history. And we've got, several Mississippians nominated for Grammy this year, and have just announced the Lifetime Achievement Award winner of Mary Wilson. So we're excited to be able. We had that exhibit several years ago. But certainly, education, Mississippi's music legacy and our history is so deep here, and all the great artists and genres that were born right here in our great state, as well as education, being able to be situated right next door to Delta State University, and that great university. We're just excited to be able to provide education and a great visitors experience here in the Mississippi Delta.
How long will the Sounds of Southern Rock be available for us to come and visit?
Through 2023. So you still have some months, but we love to have you. So you can come visit us, and anyone else come visit us. So it'll be here. And like I said, in about a month or so, we'll be announcing our next exhibit. And you can check out our website at GrammyMuseumMS.org for more information. And all of our social media pages, we update daily with great interactive social media posts where you can engage with us, and also where you can get the latest information.
Well, I appreciate your time, Emily, and you're always welcome back. I'll be looking at your newsletter, so I'll have you back in a couple of months and hear about the new exciting exhibit. But I'm excited about this one, the Sounds of Southern Rock, so it should be a good one.
Yes, thanks, Rebecca, for having me.
All righty, there you go. So many good things to go ahead and put on your to-do list for 2023. You're not going to want to necessarily miss that one. And I feel like, too, that Southern rock is that genre that whether it's the new stuff or the old stuff, it's generationally enjoyed. So the things that your parents or your grandparents enjoyed, then you probably have enjoyed. And it's like, it's that genre that kind of, it's the one